Lucy here. Welcome back to Lesson Suite AI. Today we're going to be going over our whiteboard, a little kind of run through on some of the features we have for you. Today specifically though, this whiteboard tutorial will only be covering the AI widgets and the AI tools that connect your lesson plan that you created on the main app to the whiteboard. Let's go here to the right side where the waffle is. If you click that, you'll see load lesson. If you click that, you'll see all the lessons that you've created will all be here in order by date. All right, you can always just search for one specific one just by clicking here. All right, but today we're just going off the top one. All right, so this lesson was created using our YouTube feature. Or you just put in your YouTube video and it'll create a complete lesson plan for you, either using the video itself for the lesson or just creating the content for the lesson. All right, so like I said, today's tutorial is going to be only about the AI tools. So we're going to start with the wheel widget. Okay. A lot of whiteboards have a wheel widget, which, you can just put, if you wanted to put your students' names here, John, Mary, right? You could just, update items and they're all there. Okay. But what makes this special is that we have from lesson plan. If you click that one, the drop down gives you the lesson that you're in. And if you click generate items from lesson, the Lesson Suite AI will take your lesson that you've uploaded and create questions for your students. And we're going to go ahead and go up here and click this auto remove winner after spin. And what that'll do, as soon as a question is chosen and you go over it with your students, it'll remove that question from the wheel. All right, so here we go. Let's go ahead and give this a spin. All right, why is the sun important in the water cycle? All right, so then, you discuss with the kids, you want to reveal the answer, you just click on this and it reveals the answer to them. Now, one of the features that we loved that we wanted to put into our whiteboard was a text to speech feature. So if you go here with anytime you see a little speaker, that's an indication that you can click on it and it'll say the text for you.
Why is the sun important in the water cycle?
And if you go to the answer right here,
The sun is important in the water cycle because it provides the energy needed for evaporation to occur, driving the entire cycle.
all right, so we close that. That question gets taken away. We can go ahead and spin it one more time. Put another question. Okay, let's do text to speech.
How do students demonstrate their understanding of the water cycle?
Now, all these questions are catered to exactly the lesson plan. So this question, since I know the lesson plan, since I made it, this question has to do with the project or the group project that was part of the lesson plan. All right, we will answer.
Students demonstrate their understanding by illustrating the water cycle and explaining its stages to their classmates.
And like I said, this particular lesson had a group activity in it, which had the students illustrating and drawing the water cycle. All right, so there's our wheel widget. We also have a from my library. So if you went to the other onboarding tutorial, we talked about your library, which you can upload PDF files, you can upload text, you can type in text, whatever you want to have saved, and then assign that to a lesson plan, or even just have it here. For example, I believe we have a water one. Here we go, water cycle PDF. If I click on that, it'll read through these questions based on that reading material that I uploaded. Okay. And that'll give us just, fresh set of questions based on that content. Okay, we're gonna close that out. It gave us a lot of questions, and of course it runs the same way. All right. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and move on to our question widget right here. And if you go to the settings, it gives you different types of questions to generate. Let's go ahead and just do true false for now. And we just, close this out and click generate. When it rains and water collects in puddles, the sun can help. And you can read it to the students and they can answer it. Of course, and then you've got a little speaker right here.
When it rains and water collects in puddles, the sun can help the water evaporate back into the air, continuing the water cycle. True or false?
And of course, if you have created lesson plans with us, you can also make lesson plans in Spanish, and our AI will detect that Spanish language and repeat it back to you, or actually give a Spanish text to speech right back to the students. Okay, let's move on to our concept map. This is really fun. Right here we have several options: use lesson plan, from my library, or empty template. We're gonna go with use lesson plan, and we're just gonna click the spider map, and it's gonna take the lesson and create a spider map for you, already filled out with everything that you need to, have a great discussion with the students. They can copy this map, or give them a blank one, they can fill it out themselves. Let's close that. Let's go back over here. Let's do it again. Let's try the hierarchical map. And again, it'll take all the information from your lesson and create a map for you. And of course, you have the option to just, empty template. Let's go fishbone. Empty template where you can just, click in there and type. If you want to go more, just walk the students through it. And also we have from my library, select reading material. And here's all the uploaded reading material that you've put into the main app. So we're going to cancel that, get out of here. And our next AI tool, let's go ahead and open this. Okay, the slides right here, this opens up your Google Slides, and this opened up your Google Forms if you've created those in the main app. All right, the next AI tool is going to be up here. This is your Lesson Central AI teaching tool. All right, now this will create 6 slides for you with one click. If you click full lesson slides, it'll give you a warm-up, vocabulary, check for understanding, group activity, exit ticket, and practice questions. Now you can, if you want, just click the warm-up and you'll get a warm-up, or click group activity and it'll take whatever the group activity was on the lesson and give it to you. But we're going to go ahead and go with all 6 of them with just this click on the button, full lesson slides. And so like all the other AI tools, our Lesson Suite AI will take your content and parse out all the information and create these 6 interactive slides for you to go and just, go top to bottom, lesson beginning, middle, and end, all the way through. And each one of these slides has a text-to-speech feature. You can minimize them, you can bring them up, and here they are right here. All right, let's go ahead and minimize them real quick. You have the collapse widgets here, and this will collapse all the widgets to the side. All right, so let's go ahead and open the warm-up. Okay, and the warm-up you have several warm-ups, so you get 5 of them. And you can choose what you want to do. You can do all 5 of them if you want. Of course, text-to-speech is available.
Draw what you picture when you hear the word rain. What does it look like?
What does it look like? And the kids can just start off the first 5-10 minutes of class doing that. Vocabulary. We got 8 vocabulary words: evaporation, condensation, precipitation. Okay, again, text-to-speech is compatible. Check for understanding. Got 4 questions here. All right, we got our group activity. All right, you got your leader assignment, recorder, presenter, materials manager, and then the actual group activity. Now, since this was based off a YouTube video, the group activity has watched the video first, watch the water cycle. All right, and then it has the actual assignment afterwards. We got our practice questions. That's 6 of them right here for you. Right, and then of course our exit ticket. Something the students can do to check for understanding towards the very end. Explain in 1 and 2 sentences what are the main stages of the water cycle. Describe each stage briefly. All right, and our last feature here is, I think, probably one of the more powerful ones. I'm going to go ahead and get the pen tool out, and I'm going to write on the board. I'm going to warn you right now, my penmanship is not the greatest, but I'm just going to do something very simple. Let's just say you're in class, you got your 4th graders, your 5th graders, and your 7th graders, whatever grade you're teaching, and you're talking about the water cycle, and you write the word water, you put an arrow, you put rain, right? Evaporation, clouds, something. And then you give them like an assignment. Draw the water cycle, right? And let's just pretend that this board's filled with a bunch of notes and a bunch of information that you've gone over with the students, and you don't want to just get rid of it. Okay, you don't want to just erase it and then not have a reference to it. So if we go up here to the top left where you have, I'm gonna just draw an arrow right there. Okay, you do that drop down, you have something called capture lesson notes. Now if you click on that, our AI will take what you wrote on the board, whether it's text, whether it's symbols, whatever it is, and it'll read it and organize it into notes for you. And it'll also take a screenshot of the board that you can always open and show the students what you all discussed. So water cycle process, water, rain, evaporation, clouds, task, draw the water cycle. So from here, you can change the title. name it whatever you want. You can put the date, February 14th, lecture with fifth period or whatever you want to do. And if you go here, save options, you can do a new note or append to existing note. We're going to do a new note. If you want to export it to Google Docs, you can. If you want to export it as a PDF, you just click those and attach to lesson plan. It's pretty important because anytime you load this lesson, this note will be available for you. So we're going to go ahead and confirm and save. And let's just do this. Why not? Let's clear the whiteboard. Completely gone. Let's just discard and create new. Let's load the same lesson. And let's just say this is like 3 or 4 days later. Drop down, view saved notes. Right, today's the 15th, so here it is right here. There's your whiteboard that you did, in the hypothetical 4 days prior, water, rain, evaporation, clouds. Kids will be able to see this and understand exactly when you talked about this. And here's the actual text that was organized for you. And you can open as many notes as you want. You save notes. There's, if you have 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8, however many you want. I do hope this whiteboard is useful for you. I really think it is. I use it every day. I use it every single day with my lessons, and it really does create a great, fun, interactive environment for the students. Our next video will be on the other whiteboard tools they're just generic, more static, that you can implement with the lesson. But today was all about the AI tools. I do hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any information or feedback, you can always reach out to us at info@lessonsuiteai.com. All right, we'll see you next time.